All right, guys, welcome back to the FullofBS podcast with myself and Noah.
What's going on, guys?
We're two guys who act like we know everything, but actually know nothing.
But actually, we know everything.
Exactly. All right, let's run these intros, and then we'll have some fun. Did you do that again?
We are very opinionated people.
You mean we're assholes? All right, guys, welcome back to the FullofBS podcast. We're going to have a great episode today. Lots of stuff to talk about, lots of shit to fucking stir. But yeah.
I think what we should do is we should start it off light before we kind of get into it.
Sure.
So something happened at the gym.
Oh, God. Here we go.
It was just so weird. All right. So I'm working out, whatever. And then there's this guy who's like a little bit older. He clearly has like some kind of mental problem also. Not like old, but he's like probably like a middle-aged man.
Started off light. This guy's fucking mental
right?
issues.
Okay, so he starts a conversation, and this is not the first time that I've talked to him.
Okay.
He says, "Oh, it's so hard to work out in a mask." Right?
Okay.
He's not wearing a mask, by the way. And I know this because he told me the exact same thing like a few months back, and I just remembered that he did that, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, like I'm not just gonna say like fuck off, right? So I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it's a crazy thing, right? He goes, yeah, it's all this COVID stuff, and then he tells me this story, bro. I know this one woman, they cremated her because she had COVID, right?
What?
Just out of nowhere, bro. He was just like, yeah, I saw her one day, the next day she was gone. They killed her, right? And then he just walked away like nothing happened. I was like, what the fuck just happened? I'm like, thank you for telling me that in the middle of my workout. And he just walks away, bro. I was like, what the hell?
Bro, that's fucking great, dude.
Yeah, it was a funny story. I mean, in my head, I was thinking like,
what?
Okay, like he clearly has some kind of issue, so I'll, like,
don't be mean.
I'll let it slide. But
that's fucking hilarious,
bro. I was just like, I was like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
That's just like a story, just to open things up here.
A little cold open. I like it.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I look like a fucking club promoter.
Yeah, you do.
I feel like a real fucking Israeli.
Yeah. You got the black shirt on, the watch. Bro.
I feel like I'm about to go see my fucking best friends Moshe and Renato.
Why don't you tell the viewers why you're dressed like this?
Yeah. So Gevels. So the reason I look like this right now is because if you guys remember a few weeks ago, I was talking a lot about financial issues with myself and like maybe thinking about getting a job. And I think later I told you guys that I got a job for the weekends. But yeah, so I on Monday I finished with my temporary construction job, which I'm so happy. I do not like working construction. Mm-hmm. Like it's fucking great for a workout, but fucking hell, I don't
all
like
the
it,
time.
Right?
It's tough.
So it's just tedious work, whatever. So I told you guys I got a serving job, and this is fully like downtown Toronto. Like it's literally beside like the main train station. Like if you guys live in the GTA, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so today was my first shift. I did a few hours just shadowing somebody, and so far so good. Everyone likes me. I feel like I just have a natural like inkling for a serving. You know what I mean? Okay. Like I know like people who watch this podcast are like, dude, you guys are just fucking assholes. Mm-hmm. But like when I bring the charm on, like fuck off. Like when
you
like,
kiss some ass a little bit,
dude. Like I can be happy like visually during any situation, like especially as a server. Like the person that was training me, I actually worked with her years and years ago at a different restaurant. Just I was a busboy, she was like a head server, so we knew each other. And like I overheard her and my manager talking about how cute I am, because everywhere I go I'm just smiley. Like I'm always happy, right? Mm-hmm. You know, I'm talking to tables, and I'm doing a bunch of like not the bitch work, but like I'm basically just helping her out. So she's helping me do something, I do something, right? I clean some tables, move some plates, bring some food out, whatever, right? And like, it really surprised me how much I missed serving.
Really, eh?
Like, I'll tell you what, right? Because I worked for about a year and a half as a server at 3 different restaurants, right? The first one was just like it was a bad restaurant. Like, it closed down on my birthday, and that was the best birthday gift I got that year.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yes, for me, like I worked in a restaurant like barely, and I hated every second.
yeah,
So.
which is fine. But like, it literally had like animal infestations.
Okay.
It was
yeah.
It was a
this
bad
place is like clearly a bit more classy.
Oh,
Right?
100%.
Yeah.
Like, what's kind of funny is that they're kind of owned by the same parent company, and like that's the smallest, like the F tier. This is like the A tier, S tier, right? And I also worked at a cafe, which is cool. Only did that for a few months. I just didn't fit in. And then I worked at a sports bar, which I fucking loved, but unfortunately because of COVID, it had to shut down, right? And like when I worked at that sports bar is when I gained all the knowledge about like how to be a good server and like how to like help your tables and like make good money, whatever.
But here you're just shadowing the first day, checking out the vibes, the people.
Yeah, I'm just so like I got referred to the place by a friend who works there, right? So I already had it in kind of, right? But like so I just learned a few things about the place. I have another shift tomorrow. I have shifts on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like I told them like I can work the weekdays right now, and they just said fuck it. Here's like a million shifts,
Nice.
right? Like on Wednesday, I have my own section. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a good time. But like on top of that, it's literally beside like Scotiabank Arena, BMO Field.
Yeah. So you're
all
in,
the concert
You're
halls.
in the shit. I don't know how else to say it.
Like if there's an event going,
Yeah.
people are coming to this place to pregame. You know what I mean?
So it's packed. I've walked by it. It's usually, it looks always busy.
Yeah. Not to mention like we were on the patio and like you just see all the skyscrapers in the background and stuff.
Cool.
It's just like a cool feeling to be there. Plus like if you ever been to like Toronto or like a downtown core of any area, it's a fully different like people experience. You know what I mean? Like it's not like you live up here where it's like you have like two kinds of people. You know what I mean? There's like a million different kinds of people there, and you serve them and you learn. Like it's really cool. Right?
I get it.
But
I mean,
yeah.
it's interesting. I think as you move on, you'll have more stories, obviously. About,
Dude, we're gonna
different
no
people
bad
that
stories
you
either.
serve or whatever. Yeah, no bad stories. Obviously not.
I'm not trying to get fired. No, it was great. The only issue was I fucking missed my train on the way back just because I ordered some food there. Like they give you free meals or whatever if you're training, and the food came late, and I was like, fuck. So I'm eating it outside like a homeless person and shit.
Yeah,
having
yeah.
Smoke.
No, I
That was
get you.
great.
I
But
get you.
I think we should talk about why we're pissed off.
I have a few more things before we get into that.
Okay.
Just like on a completely different note here, because I want to add to your story, but at the same time I can't really add because I don't know the place. I don't know like it's the first shift, right?
It's just like the intro to a bunch of segments coming up in the future, you know?
So I was chilling with a girl, right? And after like 2 hours, bro, she's still cuddling with me, like sitting on me, whatever. It's fine for like, I'm okay cuddling.
Oh, God.
For like 2 hours, bro. But then after 2 hours, it's nothing to do with this person or, maybe if it was the different person, it would be different. I just like wanted my personal space,
How come every story with you? Hold up. Every story with you is like it's a quota of like 2 of these stories per video.
Yeah.
It's one about working out because you gotta talk about being a gym brat.
Yeah.
Right. And one about a girl.
Yeah. Exactly. So.
And I feel bad for this girl because she every time you guys hang out, you just say
I tell her straight up. Anyways, so she got like, she didn't get upset about it, but she like jumped off, like said, "Oh, you don't want to cuddle with me," all this stuff. What is your take on that? Because after like cuddling for like 2 hours, bro, so imagine someone's hugging you for 2 hours. It's like after 2 hours, don't you want like just a little bit of space?
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if I'm in a relationship with a girl, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you guys are, right? If I'm in a relationship with a girl, and you just had a long day or something, you just want to lie down,
Yeah.
or whatever, or like you had a long week, so you just want to take a day to do nothing. I don't give a shit, okay? Like if I'm gonna lie down in bed all day, lie down in bed with me all day too.
No, but it's not lying down in bed with you. It's like hugging on top of you, like if you're tired, you just say like, okay, it's fine, just sit right here.
Maybe I'm just like a, what's the word? Like a mushy piece of shit or whatever.
Sure.
I wouldn't mind it. Like, don't get me wrong, right? Like, if your boy's tired because I'm just fucking bench pressing this girl for 2 hours, then I'm like, okay.
That's
right?
what I mean, though.
But it's to me, it's more like I will just lie down together. You know what I mean? And like just relax or whatever. But don't like fucking put me in a fucking rear naked choke. Just, like fucking hug me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
That's what I mean.
Yeah. I don't have anything against that though. I don't know. If I was like, can you give me like 5 minutes to like fucking stretch my legs or something? Whatever.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But yeah, nothing wrong with either of those opinions.
Okay, now I think we can get into why you're pissed off here.
So, me and you both should be like properly pissed, right? And I'll tell you why. If you guys live in Canada, you know what the fuck we're about to talk about, okay? This is everywhere right now, okay? In Canada, you only have 2 internet service providers, okay? No, you have 2 because everything else is a subsidiary, okay?
I'm sure there's like some little ones, but anyways.
Whatever, right?
2 main ones.
And if you guys know about it, one of them in some areas is amazing and some areas not good. The other one is the most popular one, and it's everywhere, but it's kind of the same everywhere. But they're known to be like the worst company ever.
What are
Okay.
you talking about? You could say
Oh,
Rogers.
I'm going to. I wanted to set it up.
Okay.
Now, I wrote this line down. Okay. And this might be the most controversial thing I think I've ever said on this podcast.
Okay.
Don't read it. Stop reading.
I'm not reading it.
If I could choose between world peace and taking every single executive from Rogers, right, having them just stand straight with their hands tied behind their back and allow every single customer of theirs to give them one open palm slap, okay, there would still be a war in Ukraine.
That's very aggressive. Bro.
It's very aggressive. But listen, every few months, okay, the internet for all of Canada just shuts down. And it's so bad for these small businesses and like people who like, and I don't want to hear this bullshit from like old people being like, oh, back in my day, we didn't have internet, so suck it up. No, that's not what this is, right? We pay for a service. We expect to get it done, right? And they're not going to give us any sort of refund for this like 24 hours of literally no data, no internet, no, like almost no forms of payment. So you can't like go somewhere and like legitimately pay for for food or whatever, right? So it's like disgraceful. Like places in America, for literally less than half the price, you're getting more than double the speed, and it's more secure. It's ridiculous.
So here's my opinion on this matter, because for me, I've never had that big of an issue with Rogers.
I've always had an issue with
See,
them.
for me, my internet is almost always stable, strong, fast. Data's always there, unlimited data. We get like decent pricing. This is like the first time I've really noticed that something of this magnitude has happened.
Let me tell you what, okay? You guys can't see, but literally right here, okay, is my PC, right? My internet is supposed to like is the best, not the best that you can get, but it's like in the area it's all that you really offered, which is 500 Mbps download with 50 megabits per second upload, right? That's the standard in all of Canada for Rogers, right? And I told you, Bell.
Are you hooked up through Ethernet?
No.
That's a huge difference.
Hold up.
Bro.
Why does my I have to get a separate modem to then do an Ethernet basically, right? But if I'm told that I'm getting 500 megabits per second download, and the router is literally just above this ceiling, tell me why I would play on my computer and I would get like maybe 20.
I don't know.
No, but,
I don't know how it works.
Every home that I lived in, I swear to God, I've lived in 4 houses in my life. Never ever had a stable internet connection. Every 6 months, a new Rogers guy would come in and fix the modem or get us a new one.
I've never had this issue.
I've always had this issue.
I don't
Even
understand.
when we were neighbors, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Same thing. Like I think it was the 500 down or whatever.
Yeah.
The only thing down about it was the Down syndrome in Rogers' head office. I'm sorry. Like there's like it's so inconsistent for no reason. Like Bell has like fiber cables. Like if you just live 5 minutes north of where we live, you get 1.5 terabytes down, 1.5 gigabytes down, or whatever the fucking term is, like 3 times more, and you get 500 megabytes upload, which is insane.
Yeah, whatever. All these like little details, but I understand what you're coming from.
I'm not trying to be too nerdy about it, but here they don't allow that, so you can only get a tenth of what Rogers is able to do.
I understand what you mean. I mean, I know a lot of people do have issues with it, but for me personally, I don't. So I think what we should do moving forward is I'll tell you the box that I have. Maybe it's like a little bit different than
No, it's
yours,
not,
or how
because-
we set it up. Because we never have this issue.
It's not about the box though. It's about the area that you live in.
But my internet's fantastic.
But it's
bro.
house specific.
I don't know.
Like,
Let's say when I download a game on Steam or whatever,
Yeah.
I get like 100 megabyte per second download.
I've never seen that even with Ethernet.
Okay, well that's what I get.
I'm saying with Ethernet, maybe I'll get 40.
Okay, anyways, I'll show you. But besides the point, whatever. So it happened, right?
So fuck you, Rogers. You absolutely suck. Bell, please do me a favor. Get some fiber lines in our area so I don't have to ever fucking hear these pieces of shit. Put me on a 3-hour waiting hold because they have one fucking service rep and 1,000 fucking people calling at once. Right? Not to mention,
Yeah.
every time I get a second interview as in a marketing job, it somehow ends up being Rogers door-to-door sales. Like, how is that possible? Like, you're fucking lying to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Anyways, I clearly are upset about it.
They ruined my day off.
I wasn't upset about it so much. I kind of just took it as what it was, right? So I realized something. I realized that without data or Wi-Fi, I'm a completely different person.
Of course.
Completely different, which kind of like opened my eyes. So here's what happened. I took the day off, which kind of like a
We
shit
both
day.
did. We were
shit
gonna-
day to take off.
We
But
were gonna do the podcast yesterday.
Yeah.
Take that in.
So what did I do? I woke up, I checked my phone, right? No connection, right? About like 20 minutes into that, because I went, I like replugged in my router or whatever, just checking. I thought like maybe I went over data and the Wi-Fi wasn't working. Whatever. I realized that it wasn't working, right? What's the first thing that I did? I went to the gym, bro. When the hell do I fucking do that? That's what I'm saying though, where it's so
There's
different.
your quota.
It's so different where it's like when there's Wi-Fi, I go on the phone, I play a game, I text people, right? I'd never go to the gym in the morning. I went at like 9 a.m., bro. And that's like never happens, right? So that's the first thing that changed, right?
Okay.
Then after that, came home, still nothing to do, right? So me and my mom, we went to get lunch at What a Bagel.
Okay.
Right? Did that too. Usually we wouldn't do something like that. We don't normally like go out to eat, right? Like we'll just eat at home.
You would eat brunch on a Sunday though, no?
We wouldn't go out. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
We did that, right? Then after that, like a couple hours after, I was fucking bored again. I went on a walk. Just a walk, bro. Like who the hell does that, bro?
Fucking nerd.
So then I realized, bro, I'm just like, I never do those things ever.
Yeah.
And it was like a 180 of my day to day, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I thought like, that's so crazy because people, you mentioned like, oh, back in my day when there was no Wi-Fi, bro. There is some fucking sense to that because I was completely different in one day.
But the thing is, right? Like, when it comes to like these fucking boomers talking about that, you gotta understand that kids grew up with internet, right? It's not that their lives are solely dependent, which it is, but it's more the fact that like, because we were lucky enough to grow up where there was minimal internet at one point. Like it was just Windows XP or something, right?
Yeah, you had your like home computer.
Yeah, you had the home computer and the home phone, right? You know what I mean? Maybe your parents had like that, like
BlackBerry
or something. Yeah, 100%, right? But like we were able to like meet with people in the neighborhood and go do things at the park and whatever, right? Like we were able to do that, especially until like we were bar mitzvah aged, right?
Right.
And then like internet started taking over, whatever. But the thing is, kids nowadays, like they were born with a computer screen, and that's not their fault. I'm sorry.
See, I agree, but when it happened, I kind of thought of it as like, I knew it's gonna come back eventually. Like maybe it's a day, maybe it's 2 days, maybe whatever. But when it happened, and I was at the gym, I was just talking to this guy. I was like, it's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Like I understand it is a bad thing because people couldn't work or send emails. Like I had to do something, I couldn't answer an email.
Yeah,
right?
like my family, they couldn't answer calls all day for work.
Right. In that sense, it was bad, but it was also kind of nice just to like disconnect for one day, bro.
But the thing is, if you want to disconnect, you want to do it voluntarily, not involuntarily.
See,
English,
but
what the fuck?
I think it's like impossible almost to disconnect
No, what's it
for a day if you're not like celebrating Shabbat, bro.
Me and my mom were laughing. We saw some religious Jews walking around.
Yeah.
Like, yo, they got 2 days of Shabbat this week. They're extra
Yeah,
holy.
exactly.
But no, it's like if you want to disconnect, just like turn your phone off and watch like some TV or read a book.
No TV, bro.
Yeah, I know. But like a TV is a form of disconnect. Because you're not on social media doing all that stuff.
I wouldn't count TV.
Why? You just get okay, fine.
But my point is, it was nice, and then I also realized this, bro. When I'm at home, like on the weekends or something like that, and I'm just like chilling on my phone, like I'm not really doing much, bro. I'm not doing jack shit.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Like people will say, oh, like I'm checking the feed. Or I don't know what the hell they're fucking doing. But I realize when there's no Wi-Fi, just sitting in a room. Could you imagine just sitting in a room doing nothing? That's pretty much what these people are doing.
I was fucking so bored yesterday. I'll tell you what, right? So the way that I found out was I woke up in the middle of the night, right? It was still dark out. And on my TV, basically, if nothing's going on, it'll just pop a screen. It'll show the time and like some like new things coming to say Amazon Prime or something. So it said 4:55 in the morning. First thing I thought of was like, damn, me working construction is getting me up early just to take a piss, right? So I go to the bathroom, take a piss, go back to bed. Wake up again, nobody's home. It still says 4:55. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? No one's home besides me and my dog. So me being a fucking crackhead, the first thing I think of is no one's home, the phones aren't working, nothing. It has to be the zombie apocalypse.
It's actually not the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, it was more of a joke, but I'm like, so I take my dog, right? I go to the plaza like nearby to see what's going on. And I see everyone's still there, to the point where like my dog's not used to being around so many people, so he was like pulling and tugging. So I'm like, it's probably not the best idea. So I take him back in the car, go back to the house, take him for a walk, let him inside. Then I go back myself. I grab some food at Freshie, and the guy says there's no Apple Pay and no debit and no credit cards or something. And
No debit card.
Or no debit, sorry. I'm like, what's going on? I haven't figured out what's going on. He's like, dude, Rogers is down the whole time. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought it was just my house or something. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, yeah. So fucking typical Rogers, right? So I go about my day. I wait for someone to get home so I can like talk to them. And I'm like, dude, if it's going to be this bad, we're doing board game night like we're 5 years old again.
Yeah. I agree. We played some cards. Did the thing. That's what I said. There's good things and there's also bad things, obviously.
But no matter what, if it's involuntary, it's stupid.
Yeah. Let me see what I got here, because I know I had a few topics.
If you want, we can shit talk Canada in a different way.
We can in a bit, but I'll say this, bro.
Okay.
So speaking of connecting and stuff like that, I was on Instagram today, and I saw this post by some guy. I'm not gonna say a guy's name or whatever, right? But it's a picture with him and his girl, and it's like, happy birthday to my beautiful princess. I love you. You mean so much to me, all this stuff.
Is it? What I think it is?
Probably.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, listen, you can think those things. I don't have any problem with you thinking those things. And it's, maybe it's a good thing, you really like your girl, whatever. But why you gotta like post it and tell everybody else? I don't give a shit. I feel like most people don't give a shit.
This goes back to the.
I think it's like no offense, but like kind of a simp move, bro.
This goes back to what I said like weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like stop sharing, like stop talking about why you're so appreciative and just be appreciative.
Just be appreciative.
Like we talked about this a few weeks ago. It's like, why do you gotta tell the whole world what you're thinking?
Also, I thought of this, bro. It was like a picture of them hugging. If they were alone, which I kind of think they were, did they set up the camera, put a timer, and then say, hug me like you really like me or something like that, or you're having such a good time? What the hell is that, bro? What is that?
Let's put it into this perspective, right? Let's say it's your birthday.
Yeah.
Right? And we've all seen people do this. Imagine I post not just like a happy birthday on my Instagram to you, but it's like 20 stories, each with a different fucking word.
I'd be like, bro, what are you doing?
Happy, and then next one, birthday to the best person I've ever met in my life. I love you. And it's like 23 photos. It's like, I you know what? I'm happy that you guys are so.
Yeah, it's great that you think that.
But shut the fuck up. Okay? Like, you don't gotta post this on social media. It's like, you remember when Facebook was like super prominent and like on your birthday you got 100 different happy birthdays from people you never met in your life? Or like you knew like 20 of them really good, so you knew some of them from here and there, and then some of them you're like, oh yeah, you're my grandmother's fucking second cousin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, why?
I feel like that was just like a social media was just coming about, right? So people, you get the notifications, this person's birthday, you type happy birthday. It doesn't happen anymore though.
Well, yeah, no one uses Facebook. I mean, no. For our parents it does, but not for us.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean though. It was just, I
Like-
saw it, I was like, what? What is that, bro?
It's like, I'm sorry, but the person that I met in second grade for like a month before I moved away or something, like, it's great that it's your birthday, but why do you care if I tell you that? You know what I mean? Right? And
Man, if they put 2 and 2 together, a lot of people are not gonna like me. But that's okay. I don't give a shit.
oh, I don't give a fuck. Like, I couldn't give, like, I'm sorry, but we're not even saying fuck you for doing that. We're just saying like, yo, like, why do you gotta share it?
Why do you
your
gotta
whole life?
post it on Instagram? And you know what? I'm open to people trying to convince me otherwise of
Like-
why you should post it on Instagram. To like, what are you gonna say? To show my appreciation? And then our counterpoint would be,
Stop showing it and just do it.
yeah, just be in the moment, bro. You don't have to fucking take a picture, think of a caption.
We don't care if
I
you're
love my
hundreds and
princess.
hundreds or even thousands of followers like see it. The only person that should give a shit about it is the one person that you're directing it to. Which is why, like, if you do a story saying happy birthday, just leave it at that.
Yeah, it's
A
cool,
picture with
whatever.
you and the person, whatever, happy birthday, whatever, right?
Also, like, I also don't get that either, because you could just call them and say happy birthday. Why you gotta post it, bro?
So like, for me, it's just one post. Like, I don't care enough to like.
I
show
also
it.
don't get that. Like, I never do that.
I know it's these social circumstances in our life is so fucking stupid. Like, there's literally no need, like, to post every single thing about your day.
Yeah,
like
I get it.
Like, once again, your birthday comes, you think I'm posting on Instagram being like, oh my God, I love you, thank you so much. And it's like a photo of you like fucking doing the dumbest face or fucking on the shitter or something. Because it's always a weird photo if it's not like a loving photo. You know what I mean?
See, there are, for example, when we went on vacation, there's a secret video, right? That one of our buddies who went on the vacation
Yeah.
went and made, right?
Yeah, great video.
He made it. It was funny. We all enjoyed it. But no one like shared it on their Instagram, right? It was just for us to see, which I feel like that's how it should be to a certain extent.
I'll even go one further. When we went on that Israel trip,
Yeah.
or whatever, like it was us and like a bunch of people. I made like 4 videos of like each week that we were there, right? And I sent it to the. I posted on YouTube so that they can see the link. But it was just photos and videos of us doing funny shit. It was just for like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't gotta promote it. Like, why you gotta promote
Yo, come
it?
watch my new video, bro. It was all about the what was it? The Jewish journey in Israel, bro.
I don't get it, bro.
Like, people need to like. I get it, everything's social now, everything's like all about that stuff. But I feel like when you do that, you promote 2 things. Okay, one is what I said before, like talking about being appreciative versus actually being appreciative. Because at that point, you just want to gain credibility from your followers. Number 2, right? When everyone's posting about how good their life is or making it seem like it's way better than it actually is, like because you only post like the cool stuff. You don't post
Right, exactly.
You don't post yourself at work.
That's a classic like theory of social media.
Like you
Like,
post,
that's what it is.
Like you post yourself on vacation or at the beach. You don't post yourself at work, right? And
They are just sitting in your bed.
and if 1,000 people do that on someone's feed, they're just like subconsciously, especially they're like, I'm working when these guys are all enjoying their life, which is not good for mental health.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I kind of know that, so I don't really give a shit. But here's
No,
the
but
thing.
it's a subconscious thing where like
This is why I don't get why people get mad when they see something on social media.
what do you mean?
In any sense, bro. And I'm gonna relate it exactly to what happened with the Rogers thing.
Okay.
When Rogers went down, right? You sat at home or you did whatever you did, right? But there was no social media, right? Did your life change in any way? Did you like, oh my God, I'm so upset that I didn't see this on Instagram, or I'm so upset because I can't comment on this post? Like, no, you didn't give one shit during that time. And that's what I don't get, because that's what life is, right? Like, the social media, as much as you're on it and stuff, that's not real, bro, right? So when people see that, just think about what you're doing. Like, you're sitting in your room or whatever the case may be, sitting in a room on a device, commenting on something that the person that posted probably does not give a shit whatsoever. And if they did, it's, you know, it's beautiful, or it's, you know, it's made for a certain reason, or whatever the case may be. Who, like, and again, I'm going to say it again. Who gives a shit, bro?
You know what? Let's end it on this. You ever see someone like on Instagram, let's say they have like 1,000 followers, right? So they got a pretty big base, right? And they post a selfie, let's say, with like either no caption or a caption that isn't really like, it's not funny or it's not like descriptive.
It's
whatever.
the photo.
It's just like one of those pun ones or whatever.
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like Leaning Tower of Pisa and you're holding it up or some
Right.
shit, whatever. But it's just you. Why is there 60 comments calling you beautiful?
Bro, because they're showing support.
Of what? Like, okay, like that's it. But in order to get to Italy to go do that photo,
Yeah.
you have to go through the worst airport of all
Oh
time.
God! If you that was a good transition right there.
That was great.
Yeah.
Pearson Airport. Okay. Backstory: my father used to work for Air Canada way back, right? Or not way back, but he retired like a year ago, right? He just did like the baggage claim, the de-icing, the lavateur stuff, like all the stuff like with the plane, like on the field, on the ground, right? So, but he wasn't like a flight attendant or anything like that. Although to be fair, he probably should have like if he
Right.
could redo his life, he'd probably be a fucking pilot because
Okay.
he loves
Yeah,
planes, right? What the fuck is going on? Okay,
I have a good theory about this.
go ahead.
Okay, so when we went to Mexico,
Yep.
and I'm gonna on the way back, you had to have two major things like done, right? Like I forgot what the one Dominican arrive and then arrive can, right?
Yeah.
There was like arrive can and then there was the Dominican version, right?
Yeah.
Now when we got into the line over there, right? Like to like get our tickets or whatever. Bro, the line was huge because people didn't realize that they needed to fill out those things, right? So, you know, the guy, like, he, like, allowed us through because we knew what we were doing. But I feel like 95% of people don't even, like, look at what they need done before they get there. So then when someone says, do you have this? They say, oh, no, I have to fill it out now. And that's what causes the delays.
Here, I'm gonna disagree with you, okay?
Okay.
And for a few reasons. One, I know what you mean, but COVID is not very prevalent anymore.
But you still need the arrive can.
You still do, yes. But recently, right? Like, there's been like legit viral TikToks about this, right? Where, for some reason, the delays are so long that like when you go to baggage claim, like they already put all the luggage up and no one went to go pick it up. So somebody, like some staff, would just fucking take it, put it on the ground, and leave it. So like there was literally hundreds of luggage.
Yeah, I think I
just
saw it.
standing by itself, and you can grab it whenever the fuck you want, right? You can grab, you can literally grab whatever you want. No, like no one's gonna say a word because no one is there, right? And like this was like I did a few flights after our trip. Like I went to Rome, I went to Israel. I think I went on a cruise as well. Your boys living lavish, right? Every single time we got on the plane to the place, it was for the most part pretty good. The plane coming back, however, we would either wait 1 to 2 hours on the plane after it landed to be allowed to leave.
And that's the worst.
Which at one point I literally I was telling my brother that I'm ready to fucking fight somebody to get out of this fucking plane.
Yeah.
Because especially after like
Yeah, especially when you land and you just want to go home.
it's from Rome it was like a 10-hour flight or
Yeah,
like 8 to 10 hours. Another 1 to 2 on like just fucking it's a long time, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So there's that. But then this one's on the news. Someone put their fucking dog in like the dog like cage or whatever to go into baggage. They lost the dog.
Oh my God. How do you lose a dog, bro?
The dog was found 23 hours later, visibly starving, peed all over itself because it's in a small fucking cage, right? That no one is like cleaning up after. Someone and thank God for the fucking person who found it, who worked for Air Canada, who opened it and like fed the dog before the mother could find the animal. But like the dog was there for like 24 hours, scared shitless, right? And this is not like.
But I think they can't, because of that, they canceled no pets right now.
I don't care what they canceled. I'm sorry. Like it's the easiest fucking thing to put. I don't like that they put an animal in the cage or whatever and just put him in, but it's there, and then you take it out, and then boom, you know where the dog is.
Yeah.
Who puts it out, goes for a walk, and is like, oh, where'd the dog go?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm getting angry about this, but the lady lost her dog for 23 hours, right, including the flight time, right, and it's just like, what the fuck? And not to mention, like, I don't remember if it was that person or the person who like videoed all the luggage. Air Canada never apologized for that.
Yeah.
They didn't give a flying fuck.
See, I think the problem is that a lot of people are incompetent.
I'm not blaming the people on this. I'm sorry.
But here's the here's the kicker, bro. A lot of those incompetent people also work for the airline.
Oh, yeah.
So you just have people who don't know how to fill out a form. You have people who don't know how to check luggage, bro. There's people that don't know how to do anything, pretty much. And that's what's happening in Air Canada. Or not Air Canada, but Pearson Airport.
Well, it's both.
Yeah.
Right? Because Pearson notoriously fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Right? And not only does it suck, it's overpriced compared to every airline because they charge a fee just for having the planes land there, apparently, or something like that, right? And I personally know people who work at Air Canada. They're not stupid fucking idiots. Like, you can have the best employees. Like, let's go with the restaurant. You can have the best employees. If the restaurant itself has terrible systems in place, you're set up for failure. And that's what I think Pearson is.
It's the management.
Because and look, like when we were in customs we waited like I think 2 hours in customs, right? At one point I had to go to the bathroom and you're like, dude, we're gonna lose our spot. I'm like, no, we're not. I literally went to the bathroom, 10 minutes later came out, you were 2 steps ahead. You know what I mean? Right? It's not anyone's fault besides the fact that Pearson had 3 people working customs.
Yeah, I feel like they need to like adjust the system.
They had less employees working customs and they had flights coming in.
It's just like, I don't know. Basically, it's the same as every other problem in any situation ever. It's a mindset. If there's a problem, how do I fix the problem?
I know.
That's it. That's as simple as that, bro. People don't understand that.
But the issue especially in Canada, is it's never how do we fix the problem. It's who do we blame for the problem.
Yeah, I know, and that's the wrong way to think.
Yeah,
it's somebody else's fault. No, it could be your fault. And if there's anything that you can do to just make it 1% better, that's all you need. If a bunch of people make it 1% better, it will be way better in the end, right?
Yeah, but I think we disagree on where the blame is, right? Like, I think you think that the issue is with people forgetting to do ArriveCan or whatever. I'm saying for sure it's the head ups who don't give a fuck because they know they're making money regardless because you need to fly.
That's every business, bro.
But it is. But it's like Canada has many, not even crown corporations, but like companies that rely on the government, like Rogers, like Pearson Airport, like Air Canada. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
like
I think it's tough. Like I feel like those companies that succeed, let's say Amazon, bro, because Amazon is a humongous company, and I guarantee 99% of the employees don't give a shit, right? They're drivers, they're fucking packing boxes, bro. They don't give a shit, right?
Well, they care to do their job, but like they're there.
Yeah, they're there to get paid, right? I feel like with Amazon, I don't really know, but if I were to guess, their system, how it's the facility or how the organization is set up and meant to operate is 1,000,000 times better than every other business.
Speaking about TikTok, there's literally videos of dudes working on the line packaging for Amazon, and it just like
the box comes out, it's already folded, right? And then the product comes out and you just pack it.
The product is placed specifically on your thing. There's a ticket. There's the box that's already like evened out, so all you have to do is just open it to the fore.
Yeah.
And you literally pack it in like 30 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. See, there's no way to fuck it up.
Yeah.
I mean, there is, but
like there's very minimal like issues with that. Yeah. And like a good restaurant as well. Like if there's an issue, it's getting solved so fucking quickly that at that point it's more of a what's the word? It's more it makes you feel better about the restaurant because even though they fucked up, they rectified it that quick.
Now,
you know what I mean?
Now hear me out here, right? Because I think the issue, whether it be management or whether it be people or whatever the case may be.
Sorry, one sec. I just want to say I look so fucking good right now. Holy shit. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So the issue with these companies is it doesn't really matter if it's the employees or if it's the management or the customers or whatever the case may be, right? I think the issue is human error. And this is where I'm going to lead to, bro. The world will be a million times better when robots can do that shit. all the simple jobs. Now, obviously, like I don't know the extent, right? It's hard to guess the extent of where AI is gonna go in the future. But in terms of the simple, put the luggage in the airplane, right? Scan the tickets properly. Do so there's no error, or very 0.0001% error. The world is just gonna start moving, bro.
There's two things I have to say to that.
Yeah.
Okay. One is I think it would really benefit the restaurant industry to, instead of having servers, have robots.
Well, they have those things that in Japan or whatever that it's just
yeah, but those are like all you can eat places where the food is like on a conveyor belt, right? And I know it's really shitty coming from a server, but I love being a server. I love taking advantage of the stupid system in North America because tipping is bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Once there's robots, you ain't gotta tip shit.
Yep.
Right. So that's a huge bonus on why people should wanna make robots in the serving industry. But two, if we have all these AI, right? How many jobs do we lose?
A lot.
And where do they go?
Find something else, bro.
But the thing is, you have to have stuff there. Like we already know that in Canada, the job market is fucking razor thin.
So here's the harsh reality of that. It's gonna be a survival of the fittest. Once AI is able to do those jobs, people who can only work, packing boxes or whatever the case may be, they're gone, bro. That's what it is.
Here's my issue with that. Well, for the obvious reason where people need jobs and need to work and make money to survive. You ever heard the joke that Bill Burr made? Where, for one, he thinks that the bottom 10% of the population should just be extinct.
Okay.
And it would make society way better. Because there's an overpopulation crisis, whatever. But if you have...
I jokingly agree with that.
Look, in Canada, there's 40 million people, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
If you have 10 million robots working the base level jobs, right? So the Amazon, the shipping packages, the serving industry,
simple
retail,
jobs, right?
whatever.
Yeah. Warehouse stuff.
The kids who need money, right? And the adults as well. But those industries are very mainly like teenagers to young adults who are just trying to make some money while they're in school or whatever. They're so royally fucked. And it's not their fault. You can't expect somebody of the age of 22 to have 10 years of experience in the field. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean, where it's like the job market is already so razor thin. Like, as a kid, especially, you're fucked. Or as somebody...
I think with it's so tough because the more you think about if AI when I think AI taking over jobs, I think it also opens up a lot of jobs for humans, right? Like fixing the robots or whatever. Mechanic would be number one job, right?
But you're talking like high level work versus base level work.
I think that's where we want society to go eventually, where humans don't have to take care of those labor jobs, let's say, and they can just focus on building and using their brain more.
Well, I guess the moral of the story here is, if you like it, go into computers.
Yeah, that's the future.
That's where the money is. It's not that we fucked up going into business, because business will always be around and will always have tons of money. But kids nowadays who are going into computer engineering, even at a baseline school, not even the top echelon, Ivy League type stuff, they're coming out of school getting paid, as long as they put in the work, right? I know people.
Here's the thing. Computer jobs, let's say, very safe. If you're good at it, very safe job.
Yeah.
right? Because you're better than most people. You get paid well.
Yep.
But it's never gonna be enough. And this is I don't know if you have ever read Rich Dad Poor Dad.
I don't read.
Okay, so it's one of the most famous business books, right?
Yeah.
And basically he said that when you work a 9 to 5, doesn't matter what the 9 to 5 job is, you will never be financially free.
Okay.
And or something along, like I read it like years ago, but that was like kind of the moral of the thing.
Yeah.
Because then you have to do tax, you have to pay taxes, you have to pay your mortgage, you have to like there's so many expenses, and the tax is like the biggest one, right?
Of course.
That like basically your salary, whatever, let's say they make 120K average, which is pretty high. You walk away with like 50, 60K after you paid everything off.
Not including bills and stuff.
Right. That's, bro, you're never going to be a millionaire. I'm sorry. You're never going to be a millionaire.
It's not about being a millionaire. It's about living comfortably.
But he is trying to explain that lesson that if you want to be financially free, you have to take, like, you cannot work a 9 to 5 job. That's what it is. And I fully agree with that. So to an extent, they're making good money. But it's not good money.
Well, look, at what, like, I think we had this conversation already where it's like, at what point are you considered financially successful?
See, this is why I really like entrepreneurship, because even though those 5-6 years, whatever the case may be, where you don't make any money, the payout after like 6 years could be tens of millions, could be 20 million, could be 100 million.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Which, okay, you look at it in the short term, oh, I'm not making any money for 5 years, bro. But then when they have 250K in the bank after all their savings and stuff, I have 100 million. So that's the path that I see. I don't see any other path.
You know what scares me when I think about it, and it's kind of one of the reasons why I pride myself on being able to work so many hours. Like I told you, like the Monday to Friday that I worked with construction, I did like 60 plus hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my mom's like, aren't you tired and burnt out? I'm like, I'm tired. I'm not burnt out, but I'm tired. And one of the things that really scared the shit out of me, like when I first realized it, was there may come a day where I make so much money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if that day is later and not sooner, then I can't say thank you to my parents.
Sure.
Like financially, right? Like I think everyone's dream.
Like you want to buy them a house or something.
Everyone's dream, right? Like the first thing that you should do when you start making money, I don't care if you're 15, 16, 20, right? First thing you should do is you should buy your parents something.
That's what I always think of first. Like if we won the lottery or something, I'm buying a house for my parents and buying them both cars. That's like without a question. That's the first thing I'm doing.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
But like when I started working as a dishwasher, making a few $100, it was money that I can spend here and there, but it wasn't a lot. The second that I became a server and I made, say, like $1,000 in a week just working 3 shifts, the first thing I did was I bought my dad dinner without him knowing. He actually got really mad about it. He's like, "Don't you ever buy food for me again?"
Yeah.
And I did the same thing for my mom once, right? And it wasn't a lot, but and then every time their birthday came around, I upped the gifts, right? If I had the money, I've spent potentially like a high number of hundreds of dollars on a single gift for my mom or my dad, but
at a time.
The best thing I ever bought my dad was I bought him an iPad. The best thing I ever bought my mom was that same year, me and my brother split I think it was like a $500 gift card to a day spa on top of something else. That was like a couple hundred, right? Which is not a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. $700, $1,200, not that much money, right? In reality. But I hope that I make it big at an age where I can still thank them.
Yeah.
Right. And I think we all need to think about that, because to raise a kid costs like $250,000 over 18 years. Right. You gotta give them food, clothes. You gotta buy them. You gotta purchase stuff for them, take them on vacations.
Yeah. I know what you mean. They're expensive.
Right. And a lot of parents, they'll have kids and they won't give them a good life.
Right.
Right. Because not even because they don't have money, but because they'd rather spend the money on themselves. Right. There are some bad fucking parents out there, and we've met some bad fucking parents. Right. But especially our parents, they've done so much for us. So I think we need to repay the favor. Same thing with our brothers, because we both have a brother, right? Or sorry, I have a brother, you have a brother. There we go. like I think we need to like figure out our shit as soon as possible, just so we can like do nice things like buy them a vacation, or pay off their car or pay off a bill or something. You know what I mean?
See, this is part of the rich dad poor dad thing.
Well, yeah.
Right? Where it's if you work a 9 to 5, you will never be this was in the book, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
You will never be able to buy your parents a big house. You'll never be able to buy them a vacation. I mean, maybe you will, but
vacation,
right?
Of
Like
course,
it's fine. But if you want to do something like that, the 9 to 5 doesn't work.
It really
that's what the whole book was about. And he said if you want to get to that level, and he said it's not that hard. It's just about having the fucking balls to start your own business and believe in yourself. Stuff like that.
Figure of speech, women can do that as well.
Right? Whatever.
That was just a joke. Relax.
I got it.
Don't kill me.
I want to do those things, right?
Yeah.
So that's the path that I'm trying to go to.
Yeah.
Right? I just don't see any other way.
Yeah. The thing is, there are some 9 to 5s where you can legitimately make 200 to 250, 300K. Like, no offense, we're seeing it right now with some of our friends, but it's anomalies.
Yeah.
Right?
One here, one there.
You want to make real money, you got to own your own shit or be very high up in some sort of company, corporation, whatever. Or you got to freelance and be a fucking gangster at what you do, right?
Yeah. I want to be very rich when I'm old. I mean, everybody says that, but I'm going to fucking try.
You'd be surprised, like, some people, they don't want that, which is completely fine. They just want to, like, be able to live comfortably, go on vacation once a year, twice a year, and be able to pay off their bills. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure I saw a thing where it was like, money doesn't buy happiness, but have you ever seen a broke guy? Have you ever seen a broke guy happy or something like that? It was something along those lines, where money doesn't hurt your happiness. That was basically it.
What I like to think about is like, if like this is like when people say money doesn't buy happiness, this is what I immediately think. Right? If you were broke in your life and you made it big and you have a lot of money, you have you don't have much to be sad about, right? Because you did it.
Yeah.
Right? If you're broke and you're broke, there are problems that come with that, right? Like
you have to worry about what you're going to eat.
Like, no offense, like even as kids, because we don't want to ask our parents for like allowances and stuff when we work. So we got to when we go out, we got to think of how much it's going to cost us, right? Now, if you were born rich, right?
Money has no value.
And you lived your whole life rich, you're not necessarily happy because you don't know what the other side is like, right? A lot of the happiness comes from the fact that you know what the bad is.
Right.
And you chose not to be in it, right?
Yeah.
But if you're some rich kid who their daddy gave him a fucking trust fund, and they don't do anything with their life.
I think it's just a choice. We'll move on from this topic. But to be rich, I think it's just a choice.
I mean, you gotta get. There has to be some sort of luck with work or whatever. Yeah. Because some entrepreneurs don't make it. They have a bad idea and they go with it or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
no, you're definitely right.
Make the choice. Anyways, you have any other topics here?
I do have one kind of short one. Yeah. I think it's kind of funny. So this is a gaming thing, right? So we don't gotta go too long into it, but it actually feeds into a topic that I really love to like shit on, right? And so basically,
women.
What the fuck? No, not at all.
Just joking.
Not at all. Not everything I do is shitting on women.
Except my story will be about women.
Okay.
But that's besides the point. I'm not shitting on them.
So, if you guys play video games, you know about this game called Apex Legends, right? It's been around for a very long time. I want to say 4 or 5 years. Still going strong. Recently, they've been having really bad updates, and they haven't been changing what people have been wanting. So, people, like streamers and whatever, are like, let's boycott and stop playing the video game for a month.
Okay.
The fuck? Like, they want to call it No Apex August.
Okay.
Right? And this might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard, right? Besides Rogers. Like, they're telling people not to play the game for a month, and then September 1st hits, play the game. Like, like these fake fucking protests, right? And people who have money tied into the game, like streamers who that's their main game and people watch them play that game, they're saying it, but they're gonna do it for a day or two. They're gonna lose their viewership and be like, "Oh, I need the money."
You gotta go play
It's
it back.
fake as fuck.
That's why I don't get like the community of gaming. Let's say if you enjoy a game, play it. That's it. Like, for example, you may not know this, but I got 2K the other day.
I fucking hate you already.
It was on sale. It was like $8, right?
$8 too much.
So I bought it. You know, I know it's a fucking shit game, but when I'm fucking bored, I have nothing to do. I'll go like play now, right? Or like I don't do like the fucking my team or my career. Right? I just like play just for fun, right? Because the last one I was like 2K18 or something like that.
Yep.
So you know, I enjoy it. I don't see what's wrong with playing a game that you enjoy playing.
But people will get super competitive into a game like 2K, right? They'll do like the my league or whatever it is, or they'll play park only, and they'll fucking hate their lives when they play the game. There's a easy thing that you can do, really fucking easy. There's a finger that you have, right? An index finger, right?
Yeah.
Push the power off button.
Mm-hmm.
Stop playing, right? If I don't like playing a video game, you know what I'm doing? It's exactly what I said. Click, I'm off the game. Okay, that was very emphatic. Click, right? But people want to tell me now not to play Apex because they don't like it, right?
Nah, if you like it, just play it, bro.
Like, if you don't like it, don't play it. But this comes to a whole thing with protesting itself, right? Because they
I
want to
wouldn't go that far.
No. Because they want to, like, they're protesting the game. They're boycotting it, right? And here's the thing, right? If you protest whatever it is, right? Let's talk about a major movement or maybe something local, right?
Yeah.
You go one day and you do picket. Or you know what? Let's go with the teachers' rally. You know when they every time the new contract comes up, they don't like it, so they protest, and it fucks over the students heavily. Happened to us like twice in our K to 12, whatever. They go out and they protest for like 2 weeks, and then that's it.
And then they go back to work.
And it's like, you need the money, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to work to make money, right? And you know that you're not making money by doing this. I think the teachers union might have been a bad example because they're unionized, they're forced to do it. But you're telling, like, we all support what you're doing, but why, after a week of doing it, you go back to work?
Okay, so here's my thing.
You don't believe in your cause.
Go
ahead.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing with protesting in general, right? Because people protest. Why do people protest, right?
To get a point across.
To get a point across, right? But the people who have made a decision, and then, like, let's say they made the decision, and now people are protesting, right?
Okay.
The people who made a decision, I think more often than not, have thought of every scenario. And second, because they're making the decision, I'm gonna assume that they're more more knowledgeable about the people that are protesting, right? They're in the business. They're the ones that are making the decisions. They know more about it. All right, sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties, but we're back. Do you have any stories or anything like that you'd like to share? I got one.
Go for it, bro.
Okay. So I was chilling with this girl, right?
Oh God, here we go again.
So she asked me, right? What do you like about me?
Well,
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't not like her. I like her, right? But I don't like make a list in my head, like saying this point specifically and this point and this point, right? So when she asked me, I was like, I like, you're pretty cool. Right? Like, I didn't have like a set response ready to go, ready in the bank, right?
You know what I realized when it comes to the differences between women and men?
Yeah.
I straight up. So I'm on the train back from the restaurant today.
Yeah.
And I'm just going through TikTok, and it's a video. It's two types of it's women versus men on how they talk about a relationship, and it was a scene from Friends, right? And Jennifer Aniston and Ross, they just fucking hooked up or whatever, right? I'm not gonna go into that whole thing, but Jennifer's talking to the girls, right? And or Rachel, and she's like, "Oh, he put his hand on my on my waist and then put it up to my face, and it was so. And then it points to the guys. So you kissed her? Yeah. Tongue? Yeah. Lit.
Yeah, exactly. So this is my point, right? So she asked me, and I was like, "You're pretty cool sometimes." Like I didn't know what the hell to say, right? Okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say most guys wouldn't know what to say in that situation. In my situation, where you're still fairly new, like that you're hanging out, whatever. Anyways, so I asked her, because she didn't like my answer, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what do you like about me, right? She starts going through the fucking list, bro. I was like, whoa. First of all, whoa.
Second of all, thank you.
Right? Yeah. Second of all, thank you. So then she hits this one point. I like that you respect me, right?
And you're like, fuck no, I don't.
Nah, so,
I'm just kidding.
That's what I'm saying. I said, like, sometimes we come off as like we don't respect women on the podcast. Bro, I respect all women. Okay. So whatever. Sorry. She's saying like, oh, I'm respectful and all this stuff, right? So that conversation ended there, right? The next thing that we talked about, she was touching my hand, and I have like callus on my hand, right, from the gym. She goes, why don't you wear gloves? My immediate answer was, it's pussy shit. See, here's the thing, bro. It wasn't like disrespectful towards women. That's just the response in the gym. If someone asks you why you're not wearing gloves, bro, I'm sorry. No, I'm not wearing no gloves.
Dude,
I ain't no bitch.
When I first started working out, we were in high school doing, we went to a promenade or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or sorry, went to a mall. And we were in a sports store, and I was like, let me look at some gloves. Because when I'm doing pull-ups or anything like back and buys, my hands get really fucked.
Mm-hmm.
And you and our buddy just look at me like, yo, if you do that, I'm walking away from you right now. Straight up.
Bro, you can't wear gloves. No gloves, bro.
Like, okay. So let's go back a little before we hit this pussy shit, right? Sorry. So you ever see like those videos? It's like a girl's like, would you love me if I was a starfish?
Oh, bro, I don't get those.
It's like,
obviously not.
Why do you have to overthink the relationship?
If I was a worm.
But yeah, like, would you take care of me if I was a worm? Fuck no, I wouldn't.
No.
You think I can take care of any worms?
I'd allow you to live in the nature, bro.
I tell you what, I'll take care of a second worm and say I'm cheating on you. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, that was a bad joke, but whatever. But like, there's weird overthinking when it comes in a relationship where it's like, would he love me if I did this? Would he love me if I did that? And it's like, dude, why do you gotta take what you have and like spin it in a way that's so weird, right? Like, straight up, if a girl asked me what I like about her, like, the first thing I would say, you're very attractive, right? Hold up.
I said that too.
Hold up.
To be honest, I said you have nice eyes.
The reason I would say that though is because the first thing that you see in a person is their looks.
Yeah,
you don't
agree.
Right?
I agree.
Just by saying that, I could be in trouble. Oh, you only like me for no, that's not what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
right? I could say, oh, I love that you love my jokes, right? Or I love that you have this hobby, or whatever. But you already know that I like you for that.
Yeah.
Because we do shit regarding that.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
I mean, in this fucking
I agree. It's like,
scenario.
why do I gotta say it? You know, if I hang out with the person and we like get along, I feel like it should just be like almost self-explanatory.
Yeah, and like if I like, first of all, I would only ever ask that question if it was already asked to me.
That's what happened.
I know, and like, you're setting yourself up for failure at that point. Because if she says something that you don't like, oh, I love your fucked up sense of humor. Fucked up? What do you mean fucked up? Or like, I love that you love this TV show. That's the best you can come up with?
Yeah, but she had like some deep ones, bro.
No.
Like, you respect me? I would never think of that.
I'm sorry. If I don't respect you, don't be in a relationship with me.
I would never in a million years think of things that deep, bro.
No, but that's not even deep. It's like, if I don't respect you or give you basic human rights, why the fuck am I in your life?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're in a bad relationship, right, and the dude is abusive, are you going to say, oh, I love his abusiveness towards me?
No.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just things that have no need to be said. Because if you have a common hobby, that's great, right? If you guys are attracted to each other, I would hope so. You're in a relationship, right?
You get along. You maybe you like each other's. I don't even know what to say.
Genitals.
You like each other's company, right? And you find each other attractive. I feel like that's the three things, bro.
Like,
I don't dive deep into the respectful nature and
maybe we're just too simple.
I think she said I feel safe when I'm with you. I was like,
If shit happens, you're dust in the wind at this point. I'm running away.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
no. I was like, see things like that. I don't think a guy thinks of those things in general, unless you're the guy who posts on his Instagram, "Happy birthday to my beautiful princess that I love so much with all my heart."
Happy birthday to the best person.
Which I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy.
No, I fucking hate it. It's so sappy. There's no need for it, right? I feel like I'm just fucking going on a tangent at this point. But it's like straight up, like, oh, I love that you play the bass guitar. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
A lot of people do.
Like, thanks, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I love your brown hair. Wow, you and like 33% of this fucking world. Or some
Right.
shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's just questions that you shouldn't have to ask because you should know about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I want to end that segment because that's I don't know. That's pussy shit.
That's not our strong suit.
Yeah, like men when they think of like they don't think like so deep into shit. It's just like
Nah, it's a black and white.
I like her. Why? Oh, she's fucking cool.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah, she's fucking cool. She's fucking hot.
Yeah.
What's it called? She likes the same shit that I'm into.
She's a beauty, you know?
She's a fucking beautician.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, why is your favorite team the Toronto Raptors? I live in Toronto.
Yeah.
Wow, really? Like, come on.
All right, so I'll say one more. I got one more thing here.
Go for it, because I'm fresh out.
So last week, during the week, I went to
Will this be a gym story or a girl story?
both.
God damn it.
I went to the Cabana Pool Bar. Have you ever been there?
Yeah, I was there.
So there was like a cannabis event there.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool. Anyways, so I go, and I'm like walking around, and then one of these, like, a chick comes up, and she's like, "Do you want our gummies?" They're not infused. Like, you're not allowed to give them, like, infused samples. So
Okay.
they're not infused, just so you can get, like, the taste.
Yeah.
The taste without the oil, bro. Like, the oil is the main ingredient, right?
Here's some candy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, no, I don't want it. Right? She goes, oh my God, like I can tell you go to the gym. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It was just the most uncomfortable. She made me so uncomfortable, bro. I was like, nah, I just don't want the candy, you know? I didn't even know what the hell to say, bro. I was just like, that's literally what in my mind. I was like, no, it's okay. I just walked by.
In your head, she's
How
like, she
weird
wants to
is
just
that,
sell me on
bro?
this, right?
Yeah. I was like, just how weird is that?
Well, you know what? Good selling tactic. But she should have started off by saying, hey, do you go to the gym, right? But like, I think
You know what she should have said, bro?
What?
You go to the gym, right?
Yeah.
So maybe smoking's not your thing, but try out these gummies or something like that.
That would work easily.
Oh my God, bro! I would have taken them.
Like, you know what? Here, I'll bring this back to. I'm gonna bring everything back to serving because at this point I'm just back in the zone, right? A table asks you, "What's the best food item?"
Right.
You don't say what other people like in the restaurant.
Right. You gotta kind of tailor it to what you think they would like.
You're like, here's a good one, right? Let's say you got a couple, they come in, right, and you can tell it's like one of their first dates, right? Or it doesn't matter, any kind of just couple, just two people. Well, I know that you guys are together. I think a shareable plate would be great.
Right.
Right? And you go to the guy. You look like you go to the gym. You probably want some protein. Let me
The
give you.
steak's good.
Boom.
Yeah, that was so easy, bro.
You know what I mean? You don't go
It's
like.
kind of stereotypical, but
No, but like. If
Makes
you're,
sense.
You're nice about it.
yeah.
You're good.
Like,
right?
let's say if there's a table and there's like some younger kids and they ask, "What's good here?" You said the burgers are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Like.
Makes sense.
Like if you go up and you ask about the gummies, you think she's gonna be like, "Oh, you're so strong." No, she was just awkwardly selling to you at that point. Like it makes
Some bad sales.
She was fully cold calling you in person, right?
Yeah, it's just weird.
Like I don't know. There's like selling should be the easiest thing to do.
Selling in my eyes is just a conversation.
Oh, 100%. Like, you gotta be able to steer it in a good way. Like, I remember one of my friends, right? This, like, really Jewish kid, right? He used to work at one of those, like, booths at a mall doing hand cream. Very stereotypical.
Oh, my God. You want the cream?
Shut the fuck up. But, like,
I have cream.
like we're just hanging out, we're drinking, whatever. And then in Hebrew, I hear one of the guys tell him, yo, sell Jamie some hand cream right now.
Yeah.
Like, as a joke, right?
That was my Israeli impression.
Yeah, I know, it's terrible. He's like, he just looks at me, right, in English, right, with his fucking Israeli accent. Oi, Gever, you look like you work hard in construction. Your hands are very bulky. You know, I give you something, it helps you nice, makes it nice and silky. And I'm like, dude, the product's not on you, but I'll buy it right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good, like, sale. Like, you just go off something, you're funny about it, and you steer the conversation right to your point. And the guy's like, I'll buy that right now.
Yeah, and also it's like, you know, you just want, I think, like, the goal is just to, like, get them to try it, let's say. Like, you don't have to sell them the most expensive thing or even the meat. Like, if you sell them the smallest thing and they like it, they'll come back.
You know what pisses me off? I'll go to, like, a Foot Locker, right? And I'll be like, hey, you guys got, like, this pair of shoes, like, let's say a Jordan 1, some new color, right? Because Jordan 1s are my shit. He's like, no, we don't. But we have this shoe. Shows me a prized, like, a shoe that is sealed behind glass. And it's like $500. And I'm like, dude, so, like, before COVID, I'm 19 years old. Where do you think I have, like, $600, $700 to buy a pair of shoes right now? I'm asking for a fucking $200 shoe, right? Calm your fucking tits, right? You're not getting this sale from me. It's like, bro, know your audience.
Yeah. You got to know your audience. And you also basically got to know how to sell.
Like,
which is part of knowing how to sell.
It's better to, like, once again, I'll go back to food. Rather than trying to sell me on a $50 steak, sell me on $20 nachos with all the upgrades.
Yeah, I fully get what you mean. Like, I don't think sales is that hard in general.
No.
But it also, obviously, it depends on the person as well. Like, some people are just, no, they don't want it. They don't want the sale, right?
Let them be.
You have to learn that, you know, some people are like that also, where they don't want to hear it. But if you get, like, a little foot in the door, that's kind of all you can really ask for, right?
You know what? Let me spin this again. Learning how to sell might be the best way to get a girl. Think about it.
Learning how to sell? No, I don't agree.
Because when you learn how to sell, you learn how to sweet talk, right? You learn how to show your personality through and through, right? And don't get me wrong, it is a numbers game. Some girls just won't think you're attractive, or they have a boyfriend or whatever. You take it, you move on. Eventually, just by, like, being able to, like, talk the talk and, like, be funny about it and, like, steer the conversation in any direction you want, you do it enough times where you get good, you have the number.
You know what?
Same thing with girls talking to guys.
You know what? When I initially heard it, I was like, no. Now that I think about it, I 100% agree.
Like, think,
100% agree.
Dude, I'm smart as fuck. I'm sorry. Like, imagine you go to a bar, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, the bar is, like, ground zero for talking to people, right? That you don't know. Girl's at the bar. She wants to order a drink, right? You start talking to her for, like, you see something about her. You talk to her. You find anything about her that you can talk about. But you're very charming, right? Maybe she likes you. Maybe she doesn't, right? If she doesn't like you, boom, move on. You're good. You don't take it personally. You just move on, right?
Okay, I take back my 100%.
Fuck you.
But I still kind of agree.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so being a good salesman is basically being an expert in something.
Okay.
Right? And when you have a conversation, like in business, for example, just plain salesman, right? You have a product that you want to sell. You call up the guy. If he gives you something to do with the industry, you basically have to convince him that you're an expert in the field and this is the best option.
Yeah.
Right? The only real way that you could be a good sales womanizer, let's say, is if you're an expert in women.
Okay.
right? So there's different levels of saleswomen. Let's say that sounds really bad, but saleswomen. I mean, it sounds great. Sounds great.
And don't forget, what we're talking about is it can be used both ways.
Yeah,
a girl
yeah.
can use it to a guy.
I feel like unless you're an expert in women, you won't be. The sales approach won't work.
Well, that's why you gotta do it. You gotta get better.
You got to do it enough times.
Like, if you-
just like sales.
If you miss 99 times out of 100, right? You still get the one, but you learn how to get better.
Yeah, so it's just like sales, where it's like, the more you call, the better you get. The more girls that
The
you
more
talk
comfortable
to,
you're in, yeah.
The more that you're like, oh, I've heard someone says that before. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So now I'm back to 100%.
There we go.
Agree.
But yeah, what I was trying to say was, like, you find something that you can talk to her about real quick, and you see if she's interested or not. And
Yeah.
if she is, you fucking go not full force. You know what I mean? You don't get fucking assaulty, but like, so that was fucked up.
Yeah.
But like, you start thinking about other things to talk about, and you just go off there,
Mhm,
and then maybe you build a connection. Maybe she likes you, and then it's just free flowing.
Yeah. I
You
get
know what I
it.
mean? That's what I mean.
Anyways.
But with that being said, guys, that will be the end of the podcast, I believe. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Yeah. So last week, we had to finish it off with this.
Yeah.
We did a giveaway, right? And we had multiple people comment with our saying of the day to enter in the contest, whether it's on YouTube or TikTok. With that being said, Noah, do you want to announce the winner?
I don't want to say their name. I feel like they wouldn't want me to say their name.
Okay. What we'll do is we'll do this. We won't say the name, right? But we will send the person the FullofBS podcast T-shirt. They will then send us a picture with it, and we're gonna post it online for you guys,
Sure.
right? And it'll either be at the end of this video or the end of next video, probably next video, just to give them some time. And I think that'll be really cool. It'll show that that people all around the world really enjoy our show,
Yeah.
even though we only have 17 subs. But with
50 views a video. So.
you already know we're balling.
I want to get to 100. That's the next goal.
You want to average the 100. I think that's a good goal.
Yeah.
I think my goal right now is to hit 50 subs.
Yeah, I mean, good that we have different goals. It's a good thing.
Yeah, you know why? Because we're gonna build towards that.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
We have more and more stories to talk about each and every week. We have a final word for the day, Noah.
I thought it was such a good one, but I can't say it.
Say it.
No, I literally cannot say it.
Tell me. No. That's fucked up.
That's the only thing that's in my head now. So,
You want me to say one?
yeah, go for it.
Find a way to use this in a sentence. Pussy shit.
Okay,
That's a good one.
let's do it.
Yeah. All right, guys. With that being said, it has been the FullofBS crew. We will see you guys next fucking week. Stay up to date on our socials, the TikTok, the Clips channel, the main channel, of course. Make sure to hit that sub, the like, hit some comments. We will see you guys very, very soon. Have a great fucking rest of your days. Peace.